Tracy back with another video, and today we are going to unbox the March Scrawlrbox. So this one did come about a week ago, but I was on vacation, so I just want to at least be transparent that it seems like Scrawlrbox is back on a better schedule and much closer to when my friends in the UK seemed to have gotten theirs and their videos popped up. So let's see what we get inside. Okay, so let's look at artwork first. Scrawlrbox has some beautiful like stuff on here. It looks like maybe we get something that's like pretty and white. And this artwork is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Maybe we're getting alcohol markers. Maybe we're getting pencils. I don't know. There's lots of really beautiful light work on here, which leads me to believe that we've got some kind of maybe mixed media thing going on. Let's see. Okay. That's it, huh? Okay, well, that is interesting because we have 3 Copic chow markers, which are great. Don't want to complain about that. 3 on-brand Copic chows in the colors. Here's the colors. Sorry, I'm like off my game today. In the color Mallow, which I do have a Copic color in that. I do have this in a sketch marker, and Spectrum Green and Brick Beige. I don't think I have these two, but I know I have the Mallow. I actually think I got the Mallow in another box of some kind. This is an interesting color range. Maybe it'll be good and nice, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking in a second here. And then we have a Staedtler pigment liner. It's a 0.8. Super chunky nib, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's real nice. Love that. We'll see how it works with the alcohol markers in a minute here. A Swizzle Refresher Sour Apple Candy. Not my cup of tea, but I'm sure that we will eat it, or somebody in this house will go for it. And a Derwent Graphic 2H pencil, which is nice. I always love a good Derwent pencil. But this is a head scratcher because I'm looking at this piece of art and it's beautiful, but I am not seeing how we're getting that color, or we're getting any of this white highlight with no white medium whatsoever, or no alcohol blending marker. But like, look at some of those details. There's no way that those details were things that were preserved from the paper. I just don't buy that. I think that there was more that went into this artwork than in the box, which is okay. I would like some transparency about that. And I do think, like, let's just give the artist some credit because this is a beautiful piece of artwork. I definitely am going to check them out on Instagram and all the places because this is an absolutely gorgeous piece of artwork. I just am not sure that this piece of artwork was made with only what's in this box. Now, I've said that before and been wrong. I will admit that. But I don't know. I can't see it from here. Let's see if the Scrawlrbox says, okay, so it says right in here, using additional colors, which again, I don't know. I don't like that. Sorry, Scrawlrbox. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like you should have the artist give us something that works with only what we have in the box. Because this artist is clearly very talented. I'm certain that they could have done that. So yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit frustrating. We are going to go ahead and swatch these colors out, see how they blend together, see how this pen works with them. And the Scrawler Challenge this month is Feminine Energy. These colors definitely evoke that, and I am excited to give them a try. And we will come back with swatches and a piece of artwork and talk about whether or not this box was worth it. All right. I have a lot to say about the Scrawlrbox, and not a lot of it is good, unfortunately. I'm going to try to not be too negative here. So let's start with the positives. Obviously, Copics are amazing. I do love working with Copic markers. These are no different. So it was nice to have a high quality art supply. This paper is phenomenal. Art Gecko paper normally is. So that is really, really good news. And this pencil was fine. I have Derwent graphic pencils. I've got one very similar to this. It was fine. Did I need it in this box? Did I need it to take up, $2 of value? Not really. I really don't think that I did, but that's okay. And overall, that was the good. This liner. And I don't want this to come off as negative about Staedtler, because Staedtler is a great brand. But this liner was not made for this box. It should never have been in this box. It should never have come with these supplies. It is not able to work with alcohol at all. It just blends into it, which is not the point of a liner. It should go over the work. It doesn't dry forever. It stays sticky and made a mess of everything. And it really didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I tried with the colors that we were given to make nice blends. These are not good colors for blending. That's another criticism I have here. I really feel like we could have gotten some better colors for blending. At least things that are more similar toned, maybe a blue instead of a purple. Then at least I would have had 3 colors that made more sense together, or these 2 colors and like a pink or a red or something. I don't know. I feel like these 3 colors were so not contrasting that it's very hard with alcohol markers to get something that makes sense. However, I was able to find a shadow color. I was able to almost create like the brown boots. So I could have pushed through with all of that if it hadn't been for the liner. I tried to use the liner and it smeared everywhere, and I had to go back in and I had to like lighten it up, and it didn't work. And it really kind of ruined this art piece for me a little bit. So yeah, this was not an enjoyable experience. I wanted it to be an enjoyable experience. I really did, but it wasn't. I had a really rough time with this piece, and I thought that it was looking pretty good before that. I did add an alcohol marker, a blender, because I just can't, you can't go back to the white of the paper, or you really can't work with alcohol markers without a blender. So I added this in the same way that when I add a paintbrush when we're working with watercolors, I think it's totally acceptable. So this wasn't a big deal. I did, because I was frustrated, get a skin tone that I knew would work for what I was going for. I didn't care about that at that point either. And so that's why the skin tone is a little bit lighter. I just wanted a little bit more contrast there. So this is, the character is meant to be Linkle, which is a female version of Link that appears in a few spin-off Zelda games. And I tried to do it in kind of a Minish Cap or Wind Waker kind of style. And I thought that it was turning out really well. Can you guys see how shiny the liner is? Like, I'm trying to pick it up so you can see. There, you see that? It's still shiny. Like, I still think if I rubbed hard enough, it would come right off on my hands. I don't want to, because I don't hate this art piece. But man, that's annoying. I really want to try this again with better colors and a better liner overall. So all that being said, is the box monetarily worth it? I hate to tell you that it's not, but it's not. Scrawlrbox barely gives this a value above $30, which is kind of my litmus test for Scrawlrbox. I should be able to get $30 of value. So I knew we were in trouble, because I know that Copics are more expensive in the UK. So I will give them that. I will give them that. But even if I gave them that value, we would still have been short. We would still have been way short, because these things would have been way less. So we would have been around $27 if I had given them the extra $9 to make up the Copic marker difference. I know that we're lucky here in the US to have Blick, and Blick always has Copics at a really good price. So I at least want to acknowledge that. But even that being said, this is not really a good value for a box. Now, they said that they were doing away with some stuff to make things have better value. Obviously, that takes a few months to happen with production, so I am trying to give them a little bit more time before we say goodbye to Scrawlrbox altogether. But this box was a downer for me. I'm sorry, I didn't enjoy it. I will enjoy the Copics. I don't play with alcohol markers as much as I should. I know I'm not an expert with them, but I also know that that's not what a liner is supposed to do. That's not how it was supposed to work. And it made the experience extremely frustrating. So I want to try again with some better supplies and see if I can get something that I like a little bit more. Did you get this box? And if you did, were you as frustrated as me? I'd love to know what you ended up doing in the comments below. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope this does inspire you to maybe get out some alcohol markers that do blend nicely together and do something fun. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.